But anyway, I want to jump to this picture right here. Now, keep in mind that they stated that Charleston, South Carolina was the primary location for the most slaves that passed through in the North American continent. Now, here's a picture that history loves to use that allegedly depicts an advertisement for newly incoming African slaves coming from Sierra Leone. Now look at the bottom. Look at the bottom closely. Let me give you the description that was tied to this, because I'm going to go over where this came from and the source. We're going to go into that. The description reads, 1768, the firm of David and John Diaz, you can see that at the bottom, advertised the sale of 94 African Americans in Charleston, South Carolina. Okay, that's the quote. Now look at this picture closely. Notice at the very top, I don't know if you can see my mouse or not, but right at the very top, it says Charleston, July 24th, 1769. Now, you see in bold letters, okay? You see in bold letters, I'm hoping everything is coming out correctly where you can see this clear. You see in bold letters the word Negroes, okay? In capital letters. Not the, you don't see the word African. You don't see the word African American. Okay, 1769, keep it in mind. Now, you also see pictures of American Indians that was placed on this advertisement. Look at the, next time I'm gonna make sure that my mouse is displaying, but look at the pictures. Inside of this advertisement, you see in American Indians. How do we know this? Now, if we go back to some historical artifacts that I'm getting ready to pull up here, let's see. We got to go back to some historical artifacts depicting Aborigines of America. And give me a second here. I'm going to give you an example. Keep that in mind. Keep that picture in mind. You'll find that they were wearing the exact same things. Boom. Example A. Okay. The headdress. Okay. The attire at the bottom. Same thing. Right? Now, indigenous to America now, not anywhere else. And I mean the Americas, meaning North, Central, and South. Okay. Another example. Okay. Same attire. I hope you guys can see this. I hope so. Actually, let me just quickly double check before I jump to the next one. Let me make sure that you can see this. Okay, it's coming out clear. Good. All right, good. Okay. All right. Example C. These are historical artifacts now. This is not made up. I didn't draw this. None of that. Okay. This is the stuff that I'm telling you guys that you need to research about. When you travel around the world, you're going to notice historical artifacts that's going to show you depictions of what our people look like. Now, does this, like this picture alone right here, what does this picture look like? Right now, everybody's talking about Drake and in blackface, right? Look at this picture. Look at it closely. Blackface, right? The red lipstick. But honestly, that's his lips, right? I'm gonna keep going. Here's another one. I would love to buy this. If anybody has this, contact me immediately. I want that one. And I know that was for sale. These are hard to come by now. A lot of people are picking those up quickly. So I want to pull up another part. Let me make sure I got it. Yeah. Okay, so here's another thing. Let me go to the source of where that came from, right? Or where that alleged advertisement came from. It came from a website called Skyway. We're going to get into it now. Here's another thing. Who wrote this? Okay. I mean, no. The real question should be who typed this. Because what we do see, and I'm gonna make sure I got it here, what we do see are many different fonts and sizes being used in this alleged advertisement. All right, now, then we see pictures placed on this advertisement as well. Let me make sure you got that on that. Okay, I can see it on that screen. Now, did Adobe Photoshop exist in 1769? I mean, look at the visual, the graphic around, like the surrounding the advertisement, guys. I hope you guys can see this clear. It looks like it, you guys can on mine. Look at that visual graphic now. All around the sides. I wish my mouse was showing up, and I see that it's not showing up, but it's on the corners. What technology do you know that they used to create this in 1769? I'll wait. Somebody lying. And it's definitely not my grandfather. Now, this came, like I said, it came from a website called Skyway. Let's, before I jump into who that is, remember when I told everybody that the transatlantic slave trade, before it was called the transatlantic slave trade, it was called the Middle Passage. Now, directly on this website, and I'm going to pull up this quote, it states this. It states the Middle Passage. Notice that it said ships might load on anywhere from 200 to over 600 African slaves. Let me look at the screen, make sure you guys can see it. 1 second. Let me let it load up. Okay, it's popping up perfectly. Now, the quote that is very important that I highlighted here says the crowding was so severe, the ventilation so bad, and the food so poor during the Middle Passage of between 5 weeks and 3 months that a loss of around 14 to 20% of their cargo was considered the normal price of doing business. The slave trade is thought to have transported at least 10 million and perhaps as many as 20 million Africans to the American shore. What's the key word here? Thought. This slave trade is thought to have transported at least, they weren't sure. That's a guess. It's thought to have transported. You don't know. Where's your source? If this slave trade is thought to have transported at least 10 million and perhaps like maybe as many as 20 million, where's your source? You got to look at the key words that they're using, guys. It is thought to have, perhaps. Come on. So anyway, this site, and I'm gonna pull this up. 1 second. Here's the site, okay? The site is called Skyway, and this is a quote directly from their website. What is it, skyway.com? SCIWAY.com, right? About Skyway. See, in order to connect the dots, you literally have to trace them. You got to find out their sources, right? Now, they say, they pride off of this now. They say that they are the, quote, largest and the most comprehensive directory of South Carolina information on the internet. Now, that's a bold statement. And then you turn around and don't show me an author of this information, and you definitely don't cite any sources. You just tell me a great story, even read quotes, but you don't cite nothing, and you don't tell me who wrote it. Now, I hope I'm not yelling, guys. Let me look at the chat real quick. Am I yelling? Tell me if I'm yelling, y'all. If I'm yelling, I'll calm down a little bit, because I ain't gonna be no holds bars no more. This is part 1, and I'm just getting started. Now, here's another thing that these self-proclaimed scholars, now I'm not talking about anybody individually, okay? I don't want anybody to take anything the wrong way, like I'm trying to start some trouble. What I'm trying to do is get our people to understand that we have been lied to multiple times, all the way around, about this slave trade, about our history, so-called, okay? It's a reason behind that. And this is the reason why I'm going to continuously do exactly what I'm doing, exposing it. And you can try to take these websites down. I got receipts. I don't care if you try to take these websites down. And I'm talking to the people that's probably watching, ain't saying nothing. Oh, he got it from, wait a minute, no. It's too late. It's too late.